The value of RANDMAX. The value of RANDMAX varies between compilers and be as low as 32,767, which would give a range from 0 to 32,767 for RAND. To find out the value of RANDMAX for the compiler run, the following small piece of code can be used. SRAN. The pseudorandom number generator produces a sequence of numbers that gives the appearance of being random when in fact the sequence will eventually repeat and is predictable. We can seed the generator within the SRAN function. This will start the generator from a point in the sequence that is dependent on the values we pass as an argument. If we seed the generator once with a variable value, for instance the system time before our first call of RAND, we can generate numbers that are random enough for simple use. In our earlier example, the program would have generated the same number each time we ran it because the generator would have been seeded with the same default value each time. The following code will seed the generator with the system time, then output a single random number which should be different each time we run the program. Don't make the mistake of calling SRAN every time you generate a random number. We only usually need to call SRAN once prior to the first call to RAND. Generating a random number in a specific range. If we want to produce numbers in a specific range rather than number between 0 and RANDMAX, we can use the modular operator. It's not the best way to generate a range, but it's the simplest. If we use RAND modular n, we generate a number from 0 to n-1. By adding an offset to the result, we can produce a range that is not 0 based. The following code will produce 20 random numbers from 1 to 10. The following method overcome the problems that are sometimes experienced with some types of pseudorandom number generator that might be supplied with the compiler. As before, this will output 20 random numbers from 1 to 10. If you need to use a pseudo-random number generator for anything even remotely serious, you should avoid the simple generator that comes with your compiler and use something more sophisticated instead. That said, RAND still has its place and you may find it useful. C++ random numbers. As for the use of generating random numbers, well, almost any use really. For example, someone might simulate rolling a dice in their program, generating numbers in the range 1 to 6, or have an array of character strings and generate them simply at random by generating a random number within the range of valid indexes for the array. A lottery program might generate numbers using RAND. Almost anything you can think of, but remember that the random number generators that ships with compilers are usually pretty basic and not adequate for serious applications. Example, scientific or crypto use. Better generators are available.